time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy.
Tell me. Do you bleed? You will.
Welcome to another edition of the Qatar podcast. And this is, of course, Classic Comic Talks number 37, where we discuss CBM movies, uh, comic book movies, comics, anime, uh, what else? Cartoons, geek stuff. And we're in the road to 500 subs. Do do subscribe to my channel at Qatar 5 at YouTube. And yeah, this is, of course, the road to 500 subs. Now, uh, the first topic is something from this is from Newsorama. Live action Naruto movie is officially in the works from Marvel Shang-Chi director. This is written by Jordan Gerblick. So Destin Daniel Creighton is writing and directing the Naruto movie. Yep, the live version of the Naruto movie. A live action Naruto movie is in the works from Destin Daniel Creighton, the director behind the 2021 MCU movie Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. As per Hollywood Reporter, Creighton has been tapped to both write and direct the Naruto film adaptation, which was first announced almost 9 years ago. That long, right? That's too long for me. Which was first, the project got a surprise update back in November when it was reported that screenwriter Tasha Huo would write the script. It now seems plans have changed as Huo's involvement isn't mentioned in the THR's report. Uh-oh, trouble in paradise. The Naruto franchise began as a 72-volume manga published between 1999 and 2014 in Weekly Shonen Jump, and it's since become one of the most popular and enduring Japanese IPs of all time. The iconic Naruto anime series aired in two parts between 2002 and 2017, with the live action movie expected to be feature-length adaptation of the anime. There are also numerous spin-offs, video games, and collectible cards based on the franchise. The, the story follows the titular orphan Naruto Uzumaki, a young and troublemaking ninja who ultimately seeks recognition from his fellow ninjas as they embark on missions through a dangerous world filled with the magic energy that gives them special powers. The news of Creighton being trapped to write and direct is the most we've heard about the project in a long while, but we still don't know how much, very much, other than what we can presume is the basic plot. Thankfully, now that we know who's helming it, it's likely we'll know more before long. In the meantime, keep yourself busy with the best anime to watch today. Yeah, this is from Newsarama. Right. So I can't wait to catch Naruto. So I wonder how long it will be before we see that movie. Naruto's been part of my watching habit since the early 2000s. Okay, the next topic. The next topic is, of course, from Bounding into Comics by Spencer Bakuli. Marvel Comics and DC reportedly cut two stories penned by convicted child sex offender Gerard Jones from the upcoming Amalgam Comics Omnibus. Oh, another Trouble in Paradise. I remember Gerard Jones penned writing a couple of yep, JLX is one of them. My God, and Magneto and the Magnetic Man. Scion, as we usually say in the Philippines. In an understandable yet unfortunate for completionist move, Marvel and DC has reportedly moved to omit a pair of one-shots penned by former comic book writer and current convicted pedophile Gerald Jones from their upcoming Amalgam Comics Omnibus pedophile. So this is what a pedophile looks like. Ugh. At first, as first brought to public attention by Bleeding Cool's Rich Johnston, a recent update to the Omnibus Amazon listing has scrubbed mention of both Jones's JLX Volume 1 Number 1 and Magneto and the Magnetic Man Volume 1 Number 1 from the collection's lineup of featured titles. This is a waste. I love those stories. While neither DC nor Marvel have yet to offer an official word as to why the two titles will be omitted from the omnibus, it's not hard to guess that the decision more or less had to do with the fact that Jones, as noted above, is a convicted sex offender. Uh, pedo, news, perhaps best known as the author responsible for redefining both Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner's character in the 1990s with his work on such titles as Green Lantern Volume 3, Green Lantern Emerald Dawn Volume 1, and Guy Gardner Reborn Volume 1, and his creation of the Ultraverse character Prime, as well, strangely enough, for having provided the original translation for Viz Media's English language release of the Dragon Ball Z manga. Joe Jones' disgusting predilections were first discovered in 2017 when much to their horror YouTube discovered that he had been uploading what appeared to be outright child pornography to a private channel. Ah, boy, this is a classic. In light of this horrifying discovery, the video platform directly raised the alarm to the San Francisco Police Department, who, after searching his residence and uncovering, per a report from uh, SF Gates, Michael Bodley, a host of electronic devices storing more than 600 images and videos depicting child pornography, arrested the writer on suspicions of possessing, producing, and distribution said abuse materials as well as sending harmful materials to minors. This is such a waste. Later formally charged with one count each of child pornography possession and receipt, Jones would initially plead not guilty before making a surprise decision ahead of his September 2018 trial to fully admit to his crimes. Prior to his switch, Jones received an outpouring of letters from his friends, family, industry colleagues speaking in defense of his character, their authors under the belief that the writer was intent to use them to defend his name. However, after his plea was changed, these statements were used not in support of his innocence, but rather his lawyer requested them that he be released on bail ahead of sentencing, a request which the court granted. Ultimately, Northern California District Judge Vince Chabria sentenced Jones to 6 years in prison with additional 5 years on probation to be served upon his release and ordered him to pay restitution to his victims. Beginning his sentence on November 30th, 2018, Jones served only 4 years and 1 month of his total jail time before being released as per Bleeding Cool's Rich Johnson on December 30th, 2022. As of this writing, Marvel Comics and DC's Amalgam Comics Omnibus is set to collide with store shelves on August 6, 2014. Ah, 2020, 2024, sorry. Whoa, that was sad. It's sad the state of writers and namely directors. I know a name that has pedophile theme parties all over his face. Yeah, and one of these days he's gonna get caught. The next, the next topic. Oops, man, almost drop, almost drop water on my keyboard. Oh, the next topic from cosmic book news. Let's share this. This is written by Matt McGloin. Thunderbolts gets another writer. Massive changes. Ending change. Oh boy. The writing of the MCU ship continues as Kevin Feige adds at least a third writer to the flick. It's also learned that the Thunderbolts has another new writer with Joanna Callow, which follows Fantastic Four getting at least its fourth writer. By my count, that is at least three writers on Thunderbolts, as following Steven Yeun having been cast as the Sentry. Lee Sung-jin was brought on board Thunderbolt as the new writer, who worked with both Yeun and the Thunderbolt director Jake Schreier on the Beef series. However, as we all know, Yeun dropped out of the project, so now it's learned Joanna Kahlo has been brought on board as the new writer, as Louis Pullman is now said to be playing the Sentry. Joanna Kahlo is also on Beef as well as The Bear, which is on Hulu and big time popular. News of Joanna Kahlo as the new writer also follows rumors Thunderbolts will feature Florence Pugh's Yelena as the leader of the team. THR also adds some interesting fact info in that apparently the ending will be changed as the site reports previous draft of the script so the flick ends with the deaths of the team. Oh boy. So what could have been? I know there's were rumors that Thunderbolts were supposed to kill off Sebastian Stan as the Winter Soldier, but this is the first we have heard that. Apparently the entire team was supposed to be killed off. What an ending could have been, especially if they could have kept it a secret and a surprise. We can guess the Sentry might have been the one to kill them all. I also believe rumors have offered the Sentry was supposed to die, so maybe it was the Void or something, someone else altogether. So with new writers, Joanna Kahlo on board, it sounds like they're changing things and that the Thunderbolts won't die, or maybe it's just some of them will. Rumors have offered the Thunderbolts would be the on the goofier side of things, about a team of losers, which sounds similar to Ganosho's Guardian of the Galaxies, and honestly come off as cringe. So maybe they'll change that up too. However, if the team initially comes out as goofy and then got wiped out, damn, I wouldn't have minded seeing that on the big screen. I guess it's a be careful what you wish for scenario. I also can't help but think the Thunderbolts would have been cannon fodder for whoever was going to kill them. Red Hulk, that would have nicely tied into Captain America Brave New World, which gets released 3 months prior, starring Harrison Ford. And of course, Anthony Mackie, who stars who starred with Sebastian Stan in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier Disney Plus series. Thunderbolts has a May 2, 2025 release date. Well, sounds cringe. Honestly, it sounds cringe. Why would you change everything and why go to the length of why go to the length of being man, I hate those comedic superhero movies. It's kind of useless. So we have the X Men. The next topic. So noisy here at home. Okay. The next topic is the first look at see if can find the article. Here it is. Okay. So this is the first look for Storm's costume. Look at that. It's white. This is not your basic, uh, your classic animated Storm costume. It's something new and kind of something. This is from the comic books. X Men 97 number 1 was created in collaboration with the showrunners and details what Storm, Jubilee, Wolverine, and the rest of the 90s X Men team were up to before the return of the show. The X Men 97 prequel comics promises startling revelations that will lead up to the highly anticipated Disney Plus series. This also is the first look at Prelude comic shows Magneto causing chaos in the city before the X-Men arrive to put a stop to him. Mhm. Yep. Cyclops and the team heading into the danger room before an argument breaks out with Wolverine. That's typical. After more action breaks out, Storm reveals a new look to Jubilee, a white suit with gold jewelry, completely with the lightning bolt earrings. X-Men 97 number 1 goes on sale March 27, a week after the TV series. That's nice. That is nice. Yep, that's nice. That's nice. Now, of course, my last topic, presenting my comic book feature. Yeah, Hawkworld, the entire three-issue miniseries from 1989, and this TPB was released in 1991. I really like this version of Hawkman. It's dark, reminds me of indie comics during those times, those years, and yeah, glossy paper. It's one of the best stories, in my opinion, of Hawkman, and introducing Hawk Girl, Hawk Woman. This is Qatar Hall and Shariera Tao when they were police policemen, Hawk police on the planet Tanagar. I'll read the introduction by Mike Gold. How can I describe Timothy Truman if you follow his work over the years and never met him? Tim usually Tim's usually visible on the comic convention circuit. You might expect him to be a cross between Warren Zevon and George Thorogood. If so, you'll be pretty close to the mark. Actually, if Sergio Leone directed a remake of The Deliverance, Tim easily would land the part. Looks like a spaghetti western. Oh, sure, Tim's a family man and a homeowner, but he's hardly likely to tag the Mr. Congeniality slot at the next Ozzie Nelson Award show. And it goes on to say that this is a tribute to all those before Gardner Fox, Dennis Neville, Sheldon Moldoff, and Joe Kubert. The story is good. We have three books. We see a young Qatar Hall in book one, learning the ropes to be a wingman, and it seems that Ashayera Tal was already in his life back then. The first part was entitled Flash Zone. The second book is Free Fall, where we see the class standing of Tanagar, the division between classes, between those in the towers and those in the downside. Uh, Qatar Hall's father, Paran Qatar, invented the wings, and the design for the wings is not organic but mechanical, which is fits uh, an alien police force. So book two, we saw Qatar killing his father, and he dove into addiction. He also witnessed in this second book the death of the Shayera Tal character, and it's been 10 years since he was imprisoned and returned to Tanagor, where he met uh, a very young wingman, Shariera. Book 3 is Phoenix Flight, where Commander Beef is an addict for Crotan, and Qatar became Shadow Lord. Yep. John Ostrander used the characters in this book for his monthly Hawkworld series, which was, of course, this was the beginning of the the retcons over and over for Hawkman, only because Mike Gold timed only because Mike Gold timed uh, Qatar's timeline into the post invasion, which was also a retcon. Oh boy. And that's it for tonight. Yes. And do do subscribe to my channel on YouTube, following my social networks X, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Threads, and Instagram. And remember, MV forever, Verse forever. Sell ZSJL to Netflix and sell Snyderverse to Netflix.
Because I saved them.
Well, that's why I waited until you were there. I got the information I needed. No one died. I did it your way.
He does have a point.
I know it got lost in all the confusion, but we still have some issues to settle here. There are only heroes and there are villains.
You think yourself a hero, but you would let these criminals go free.
Heroes don't kill people.
Well, I do.